Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who do rule well and teach his truth in all honesty and sincerity. And salutations to you brothers around the four corners of the earth, risking your lives and freedoms to do wake up the elect. And salutations to you Aquad that listen and learn, operating in your creation role. Just wanted to get into a quick lesson on what the kingdom of heaven will be like. Because you have a certain institutions that have people believing, mainly the church and other people that try to teach the scriptures, that the kingdom of heaven is going to be this just going to be floating in the air, and natural things and the things that the Most High ordained and set up in the earth are not going to take place anymore. You know, you got people thinking that there's not going to be any relationships or any marrying, any having children, but everybody's going to be just brothers and sisters. Like so if Esau have his kingdom and his heaven, his rulership is they enjoy sex. Why would the Israelites not have the same thing in righteousness? It's going to be a spiritual and physical rulership, but the Most High's laws are still going to be in place. The kingdom of heaven will be on earth. It's just going to be set up in righteousness. The Israelites will have spiritual powers. But without any further ado, I'm gonna grab scripture. This is Matthew chapter 19 and verse 4. Um, and he answered and said unto them, Have ye not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female, and said, For this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore Yahweh hath joined together, let no man put asunder. And saying that there will be no sex in the kingdom of heaven, that's putting that asunder. If the Most High ordained sex and gave Adam and Eve a commandment to be fruitful and multiply, why, when the kingdom of heaven come, would that just be disannulled? It makes no sense. Um, I'll get another precept, because man, it really vexes me to hear so-called Christians trying to break down scriptures and just basically regurgitating what some pastor has told them, and they take it for, you know being true and don't even research or read for themselves. This is Hebrews chapter 8 and verse 10. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days. And notice it said the house of Israel. That means the Israelites. No, it didn't say any other nation, or he made two. It's not vague. It's very specific. He made no covenants with no other people. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a power, and they shall be to me a people. So if the Most High put our law, His laws in our inward parts, that means we're not going to sin. We're not going to go off. We're not going to commit adultery. We're not going to steal, be thieves. We're not going to commit any sins. We're not going to transgress the Most High's laws. You know, um, and speaking of that, um, I'm gonna jump back to Exodus, because what was lucky, because what was one of the Most High's laws? There are laws for everything, but in particular, um, there's laws that He gave us for sex, and um, marriage laws. Um, so this is Exodus chapter 21 and verse 10. If he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. And if he do not these three unto her, then she shall go out free without money. And that cuts that divorce and that alimony and all that alimony crap. But it said it right there. If he take another wife, that means if he has a wife and then he takes another wife, he has to do the same thing that he does for his first wife, his second wife. So that's a law. So that's going to be in our inward part. We're going to already know how to behave and how to conduct our marriages. So yes, there will be sex in the kingdom of heaven. There will be multiple wives in the kingdom of heaven, and marriage is not going to be like it is on this side in Babylon the Great, or the daughter of Babylon. Um, Let me hop to Deuteronomy real quick. Yeah, Deuteronomy 21. Uh, yeah. Deuteronomy chapter 21 and verse 15. If a man have two wives, cut right there. If a man have two wives, one be loved and another hated, and they have born him children. So he had women. children by two different women, which is not unlawful. There are how could it be unlawful if the Most High gave laws to go with that? Come on now. They have borne him children, both the beloved and the hated. And if the firstborn son bear hers that was hated, then it shall be when he maketh his sons to inherit that which he had, that he may not make the son of the beloved firstborn before the son of the hated, which is indeed the firstborn. But anyway, it goes into the inheritance of sons if you have multiple women. So again, there is laws for having multiple wives. And today, Esau, they have turned polygamy into it's all screwed up. Now you got women want multiple men, but that's not what a woman was created to be. She was created for one man. You take on the vibration of that man. That's why these women bugged out, because they got all these different vibrations and men's DNA on them. They don't know who they want to be like, you know. But again, there was laws. Um, and in Leviticus the 18th chapter, it gives you the laws on sex, which is marriage, and it tells you in the titles, like unlawful, what this chapter is going to be talking about: unlawful marriages and unlawful lusts. So it is going to give you laws. Basically, is going in and saying who you can and can't have sex with. So in the kingdom of heaven, those laws are going to be in our inward parts. They're going to be already a part of us. We're going to know. We're not going to go off. We're not going to sin. Um, and okay, I'm gonna go to Isaiah to show that um, there will be sex in the kingdom of heaven. Um, Isaiah and Timothy. Oh man, you Christians, man, y'all, hey, man, y'all losing, man. Like it's just depressing. It's just vexing to hear a so-called Christian um, within the church and talking about the scriptures, man. Um, this is Isaiah chapter 11 and chapter 6. I mean, Salakia, verse 6. Chapter 11, verse 6. The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them. And the cow and the bear shall feed their young ones, shall feed, Salakia, their young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox, and the suckling child shall play on the hole of the of the asp, and the weaned child shall put his hand on the cockatrice den, and that's a adder or a poisonous snake. Children not doing this in these days. This is talking about the kingdom of heaven. And how do you get children? By having sex, by multiplying, by being fruitful. Verse 9, they shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain. It's talking about the Israelites, man. Our children gonna be able to do this stuff, and nothing's gonna happen. Every living and alive thing is gonna know an Israelite when they see it, man. The animals is not gonna harm our children. You know, you ain't gonna have to worry about no being kidnapped or molested or none of that, man. It's just not gonna be like that in the kingdom of heaven. Um, I'm gonna jump to First Timothy. Um, Chapter 2 and verse 15. Well, verse 14. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing, if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. So, a woman's salvation, her being saved, is going to be according, is going to be for childbearing, to bring populate the our nation in the kingdom of heaven. Why would it say this? She shall be saved in childbearing. A woman is going to be saved to repopulate the nation of Israel, because 2/3 is going to be cut off and die. They're going to be cut off, and they have to be reborn back into the kingdom. Then they're going to know righteousness. Then the laws are going to be in their inward part. The 1/3, and the elect, 144,000, they're going to be the ones that get changed in the twinkling of an eye and get caught up in the air and receive those spiritual powers, and wreak havoc on the rest of these heathens, and the 2/3 with Yahweh Shah and his angel and his army. But camera's running out of time. There will be a part 2. Um, just going into more of the kingdom of heaven. But shalom.